Hey guys, welcome to another video, and today we're talking about the time that I almost died. So, start things off, I think I was about 5 or 6, and ever since I started learning how to ride a bike, I'd use the bike so that when you pedal backwards, it would brake. So, a couple years go by, and I finally get a bike that had the hand brakes. You squeeze the handle and it would brake. So I decided one day, I was like, I want to try out my new bike, and went down a hill really fast. And when I went to go to start to brake myself, I went to go backwards, forgetting that I had the handbrakes, and I just kept going back and back, and I started panicking, started freaking out. And next thing I know, I go full force to the back of this guy's pickup truck, and I hit it, and I go back. And next thing I know, I bust my head open, and I was kind of dizzy, and I just felt like the blood kind of like on my neck, and then I pass out. And so like pretty much what my parents told me, they said that they heard it and they ran out, and they said I was like bleeding real bad from the back of my head, and they immediately rushed me to the hospital. And at the hospital, you know, they put stitches in. The stitches didn't work at first, so we were staying there. It's been a couple hours since it's happened, and the doctor comes in, and I was real tired, and it's kind of like some stuff that my mom told me and some stuff that I kind of remember. He was like, "We have a problem," and everybody started like getting anxious and stuff like that. They were like, "What's the problem?" He was like, "The bleeding's not stopping." And then so next thing I know my dad's getting real scared, my mom's getting real scared, and I think my grandparents had came down, and it was like, he was like, "We're gonna have to take him in and see what the problem is." So they did an MRI and saw like that when I'm from me hitting that so hard and hitting the ground so hard, hitting this pickup truck and then hitting the ground so hard, it caused such like a force inside. I don't really know the correct term for it, but it caused such a pressure inside my head that it like fractured the skull, and it pierced like I guess a blood vessel. I don't know, something to do with the skull fracturing and cutting something, and it just kept bleeding, and they had to get in deeper. So they literally had to cut into my scalp, find the bone, get it into place, and had to stitch up whatever started causing the bleeding. And then so fast forward about a month or so, I knocked the back of my head on something. Oh, by the way, after they did that, it seemed to stop. They said, "Okay, well, we fixed the problem," and it seemed to stop. So we go back. I hit my head on something. I don't remember what it was, but immediately I just started getting a really bad headache in the back of my head, and it hurt so bad. And I was like, "Mom, my head hurts." She was like, "Okay," and then she says, "Just relax." So then a couple hours later, I'm like, "It really hurts." So she was like, so then she just took me to the hospital, and they're like, "We can't figure out the problem. It looks like his head's swelling. What do we do?" Next thing I know, they rushed me in, and I don't really remember too much. It was kind of like fuzzy because my head hurt really bad, so I was kind of like had my eyes closed, and all I remember is waking up. The doctor's talking to my parents about how we're lucky we caught him when we did. He started to have the blood started clotting, and it started to cut off like to different parts of his brain, and it was a scary thing. And just to like think about, and he was like, had you have left another day, he most likely would have died, because they said like the blood clots started forming in like an irregular place, and what did he say? The blood clots started forming in an irregular place and started cutting off like oxygen supply. Like there wasn't enough oxygen in my brain. He said that there was a high chance of me having a stroke, and he said it was so lucky that I came in when I did. He said any longer most likely would have resulted in him dying. So that was a scary time, and now I don't really have to be cautious. Like I can hit my head now, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, that was pretty much the time that I almost died. So that was a scary time. And yeah, I think that's it. So if you guys liked the video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Anytime,